people behind them saying, that's a good idea. They don't do anything, but they think, oh, that's nice. I'm glad they asked. So how can we embrace? And even, I think, those questions like, hey, the season has just finished. 12 months of amazing work passed through our doors. What did you like? What did you not like? What should we do more of? What's missing in the community that we can actually provide? Okay, it's our mandate to be here and for you. What should we do? It's a scary question, and your artistic director would never ask it, but you could do it in social media and get some interesting responses. You don't need to do anything with them other than kind of help to inform. The supporting stuff I think we've covered on, this idea of giving practical advice. You know, heads up to Jill City Festival, who I think is that little example of being on Twitter when the box office opens on that day and just handling questions and issues. Not complaints, just questions and issues. Just being there, present. It's a really great example of practical support when it happens. Okay, so think about all those practical issues or problems that your audience might face in that journey, and how can you preemptively answer some of those, or at least be present when the questions are being asked. One slide that I don't have here in another presentation, which is a kind of graph that came from Google, and it says 30% of all social media traffic comes from mobile devices. Okay, so 30% of all traffic on social media comes from this, and 10 o'clock at night is when this traffic is at its peak. Tablet is 11 o'clock at night, mobile is at 10 o'clock at night, and desktop is about 4 or 5 in the afternoon. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I'm fucking bored, it's 4 o'clock, give me something. Internet, give me something. But the idea of 10 o'clock at night is when actually the social activity is at its highest on mobile. Shouldn't that be when we're asking questions, not 9 in the morning when we just got a cup of coffee and we turned our computer on? Because it's way down low at that time in the morning. So be mindful about what and when. I think that was a real key learning for me. Enthusing, this is the most difficult thing that we can do in social media, really tricky, but it's what we're actually in the business of doing, which is inspiring people. Okay, so people they buy a ticket, they get into the auditorium or into the venue, and they see a piece of art, and hopefully they walk away entertained and inspired by it. How can we do the same thing in social media? Because that's our goal. Yes, it's our goal to sell tickets, but actually it's our goal to sell tickets to something that is actually of creative interest, to enthuse and inspire people, and that's what art is all about. So getting people through the door is just an end to a means, which is about sharing art and sharing creativity and inspiration. So we can do that in social media. And this is where something like blogs really come into play, because blogs are where you can really start to create real kind of longer form content, stuff that actually allows people to stick on pages and really get into it. Sure, sharing links about stuff that you think is really interesting and inspiring is, check out this new video from this artist. That has value, but getting into